Alright, in this video, I'll be showing you how I set up Vim in Visual Studio Code. It's actually pretty simple. There's not a lot of steps that you have to do. So if you didn't know, Vim is an extension in Visual Studio Code, and if you search it up, it's probably the first result you'll see. And this just basically emulates Vim inside of VS Code, so it allows you to have the key bindings and stuff that you can have in the usual Vim. So if I close this down and I come back here and I open up the settings, I pressed Control, so that's just Control plus comma, by the way. Control plus comma will open up the settings, and then I can go over to the settings.json. As you can see here, I have Vim.Use Systemclipboard. So this is the first setting I have enabled, and this just means that VS Code Vim will use the system clipboard instead of its own default built-in clipboard. Now what this means is that, let's say I open up Notepad, and then I type in some random text. If I then copy this, and I come back here, and I say, I think I need to go up here, right? There we go. If I make a new file and I type P, it'll actually paste from the system clipboard. And then let's say I type in some random stuff, and then I yank this, I can come over here, and then I can copy it into the notepad. So this just makes it so that the Vim in VS Code uses a clipboard from your system, whether it's like Mac OS or Windows, it'll automatically use that clipboard. Now I have some key bindings right here, and these are just to map the U key, which is undo in Vim, and Control R, which is redo in Vim, to undo and redo in Visual Studio Code. So for instance, let's say I make some changes to this file. I type in some random stuff. Now you'll see that the file becomes dirty, and that's what this little tiny circle is indicating. This means that the file has some contents in it that have been changed, and it means that you have to save the file basically. But let's say I type U, it'll undo that and it'll make the file not dirty. And the same thing happens if I redo it. Alright, it makes it not dirty anymore. If you don't do this, then it's basically the same thing, but you have to Control S or save every single time when you use this. And then lastly, I installed this program called Autohotkey, and basically it just allows you to have key bindings. So you can see this Autohotkey allows you to bind some keys to other keys, and I happen to have bound caps lock to escape. So with this program, I just put it on system startup, and then every single time I start up the machine, it allows the caps lock key to be bound to escape. So basically, whenever I press caps lock, it'll actually send the sequence escape instead of the caps lock. And then this just means Control Escape. And if I press that, then it stops working. The script just stops and closes itself. And then Control P will just pause it. So if I press Control P, it'll pause it, and Control P unpause it again. And I think that's basically all I have for you. It's pretty simple to implement. You can do this yourself in a couple of minutes. And I'll probably leave an Autohotkey installation link in the description. And thanks for watching.